Matt, it is really good to see you. Today, we have an important topic. We're talking through one of the toughest transitions in retirement, becoming a spender instead of a saver. I was surprised to learn that only 1/3 of retirees are actually comfortable spending their retirement money. Most would rather live off Social Security, pensions, or income from part time work. Now, Matt, we've spent hours talking through retirees' biggest fear of outliving their money, but what about the other side of that coin? Don't hoard your money and compromise your quality of life. How do you help people transition from being savers to spenders?
Aaron, we give people a plan. We want to help people walk through a plan that'll help them feel comfortable spending their money throughout their retirement lifetime. And because we don't, the number one fear of seniors is outliving their money. We
Right.
want to take that fear, address it directly by helping them have, guaranteed sources of income.
hmm Yeah, that's great. It all comes back to peace of mind. Now, the same study by BlackRock found that a vast majority of retirees still had 80% of their pre retirement savings 2 decades into retirement, and 1/3 even grew their assets. Do those numbers surprise you?
No, because I have some of those clients, Aaron. I get it. And it beats the alternative. It's better than the client that doesn't have enough money throughout retirement. But it is a mind shift, having to switch gears from being a saver your entire life to becoming someone that's spending what you work so hard for.
hmm And we were talking offline about people who were lucky enough to have pensions, and now we kind of have to create our own pensions, but maybe that's why those people weren't spending down their assets.
That's a good point. Yeah, most people today going into retirement do not have pensions. People that retired, 10, 20 years ago possibly do, but pensions are going away, and we have to look at other sources of guaranteed income for life.
hmm Now, you do have an action plan to help people feel more comfortable spending their hard earned retirement money. And the first is assessed fixed income sources. What does that mean exactly?
Simple enough is first thing we look at is your Social Security income.
Mm,
And if you're pre-retired and you haven't turned it on yet, we want to help you make sure you turn it on at the right time. Turning it on too early can be detrimental, but we do want to make sure that we turn that on the right time for both you and your spouse.
mhm.
After Social Security income, we do look at pensions. And then after that, we look at things that maybe aren't guaranteed, but still predictable to be steady, things like rental income.
I see. And then the second step is to create a spending plan. And Matt, this one makes me feel anxious. 1/4 of people polled here said they did not have a spending plan.
That is correct. Yeah. So what we want to do is part of retirement is not just living your life, but having a better quality of life.
Right.
Well, some people have pinched every penny throughout their retirement life, and they're not ready to spend. When we get older, that's a time to increase the quality of our healthcare, of what we eat, and taking care of ourselves. It's a time to step up our game and improve the quality of our life, and that way we can
Absolutely.
have a much longer life. Yeah.
We deserve it.
Mhm.
Now, when you completed step 1 and 2, the discrepancy between those two is known as the retirement gap. How do you help people bridge that gap?
What we do is we look at alternative investments that have guarantees that can help offset that income for life. In addition to that, this is the gap. This is where the your assets come in, whether it's your qualified accounts, your non-qualified accounts, and we help people determine what account they should take money out first. That way, we're optimizing it for taxes, and that is something that we do, here on a regular basis. Is just helping people take money out of the bucket that has the best taxable advantage at
Mm.
that.
Right. I know that's something that you specialize in. There's so much that goes into this plan, Matt. If somebody wants to talk to you about creating that financial plan today, what's the best way to reach you?
The best way is by phone, 425-256-3105.
All right. Matt, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Aaron.